What's going on, sports fans? What's going on? What's going on? I hope you guys are having a good day. It's a beautiful day today. It is almost August, everybody. Everybody about to get back to going to school real soon. I hope you guys are ready. I want to talk about the Louisville Cardinals today. I got a couple of subscribers that wanted me to bring up the Louisville Cardinals because they are Louisville Cardinals fans. Actually, I've been to Louisville. Louisville is a nice city in the state of Kentucky. I actually been to that Louisville Slugger Stadium and ate at one of those African restaurants. Had a good time. I think it was a church convention when I went. So let's get right into it. Louisville Cardinals went 6-7 last year. I think they lost that bowl game they was in. The main questions I got for Louisville this year is that defensive line. I think that defensive line would need to have a lot of improvement this season because that defensive line gave up. They was 45th in sacks last year, and they was 47 in tackles for loss last year. Louisville is known for having pretty good quarterbacks. You know, you guys know who Lamar Jackson is that plays for the Baltimore Ravens. Now they have Malik Cunningham. I'm not saying Malik Cunningham is as good as Lamar Jackson, but he's very good. He's probably a top 5 dual threat quarterback in college football. Last season, he was 4th in the nation in rushing touchdowns. He had 20 rushing touchdowns, and he had 1,000 yards rushing. He had 2,900 yards passing, and 19 touchdowns passing. You know, so that's really good. Okay, so he also completed 62% of his passes. You know, he will also this season will have 3-headed monsters at running back. He will have a Tyon Evans, he will have Jalen Mitchell, and Trevion Cooley. Tyon Evans will be the all-purpose running back. Tyon is a transfer from Tennessee. He played until he was injured. He had a major injury. They had to sit him out for the rest of the year. But while he was starting at running back for Tennessee, he had 525 yards, 6 touchdowns. Their power back is Jalen Mitchell. Jalen Mitchell started all 13 games last year, and he led all running backs with 155 rushes, 722 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Now, their speed back, this guy will be a good back catching the ball out the backfield with their receiving yards. His name is Trevion Cooley. Now at wide receiver, they would have to make some improvements as well. Not only they would have to make major improvements on the defensive line, but also at wide receiver because you lost a lot of guys at the transfer portal. The names that you may know at receiver is wideout Amari Huggins. He was a freshman last year. He had 4 touchdowns, so you know he had that 1 year of experience. So he'll be back this year. They also have wide receivers like Braden Smith and Josh Johnson. So those guys didn't do too much last year, but they definitely have to prove themselves this year. They will be needed. Now, they did get a transfer named Tyler Hudson. He's from Central Arkansas. At Central Arkansas, this guy had 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. That's pretty good. He would probably be their number 1 option there at Louisville. Also, at Louisville, they would not have any drop-off at tight end. Marshon Ford, their tight end, would probably be the best tight end in the ACC conference. I mean, this guy's terrific, and he will play on Sundays. Louisville got quite a few guys that will play on Sundays, and I just brought up one. I think Malik Cunningham will play on Sundays, but we'll see. That's a long shot for him. I still see some areas that Malik Cunningham will have to improve. But this tight end, Marshon Ford, he's good. I mean, he's good at blocking and catching the ball. So he would definitely set all the Louisville school history records at tight end. The offensive line is pretty deep as well. The offensive line will probably be the most talented group, I say, for Louisville Cardinals. They have 4 returning starters. Last year, Louisville offensive line gave up 1.5 sacks and 4.7 tackles for loss a game. Now, on defense, this is the interesting part. On defense, they were 9th on defense in all ACC. Now, their best linebacker would probably be between Yasir Abdullah and Momo Sanaga, but we'll see. Yasir Abdullah had 17.5 tackles for loss and 10 sacks. Popeye Williams will be a freshman. He was a very high recruit. Not Popeye the Sailor Man, Popeye Williams. But Popeye Williams will definitely be a major impact for that linebacker core. Momo Sanaga was a transfer from Ole Miss. I almost said Ole Piss. It didn't mean... I didn't want to do Ole Miss like that. I almost said Ole Piss, man. I got a couple guys out there, man, I know that graduated from Ole Miss. They would have killed me if I would have said something like that. But anyway, Momo Sanaga will probably help this defense as well. He started 47 games at Ole Miss. At cornerback, they have another guy that will play on Sundays. Kentrell Clark. He is definitely one of the best cornerbacks in college football. He's a blanket. You know, he's probably a lockdown corner. He made all ACC and only played 9 games. He only played 9 games because of his injury that got him out for the rest of the season. But this guy is a blanket, trust me. Now, at safety, I do have some questions at safety. Not only I have questions on their defensive line, but I have questions at safety. Their safeties are MJ Griffin and Kendrick Duncan. Kendrick Duncan is a graduate transfer, so both of them have a lot to prove. Okay, now let's get into the schedule, guys. As you can see, I have green check mark and I have a red X. The green check mark are wins, the red X are losses. So I have them going 6-6, and I'm going to talk about why they're going 6-6 this year. Their first game is against Syracuse Orange. I don't think Syracuse Orange have enough talent to beat Louisville Cardinals, although Syracuse probably has a top 5 running back. But, you know, they don't really have receivers like that. That's probably all they have, that offensive line and the running back. So I think Louisville will definitely overpower Syracuse. I got a win for Louisville there. Now, September the 9th, that's the second game of the year. They're going to Orlando to play Central Florida Knights. I got a win for them again. I think they will beat them again. They beat them last year, and I think they will beat Central Florida again this year because I think they will be probably a little more talented this year because you got another year of experience for those that freshman wide receiver they had. Marshon Ford be there, and Malik Cunningham, another year of experience, and those running backs they got. So they do have a 3-headed monster at running back. Now, this third game on September the 16th, this game will be interesting. I mean, Florida State is horrible. I mean, they haven't won 7 games since 2017. That's when Jimbo Fisher was the head coach. But I don't know, man. I know Florida State fans don't like what I just said, but hey, guys, check this out, though. Florida State fans, you guys have a chance. I mean, you guys will improve this year. I hope you guys won't be hot garbage all year. But, I mean, this will be a home game for Louisville. I have Louisville winning this game, but I think it'll be a close game. And I would not be surprised if Florida State win this game. I know this would mean a lot if Florida State win this game. Florida State will probably be to a good start if they win this game. Both teams will be a good start if they win this game. But I have Louisville winning this game. So let's go on to the 4th game. The 4th game is against South Florida. South Florida. The South Florida Bulls. South Florida only won 2 games last year. They were a horrible football program last year. I don't think they have enough talent to beat Louisville at all. So I'm going with another W for Louisville. Now, Boston College on October the 1st. This is a very interesting game. I wouldn't be surprised if Louisville lose this game. Boston College is a very respectable team. They went 6-6 last year. They are not a bad team at all. You know, they almost beat Clemson last year. Clemson beat them 19-13, and they also beat Missouri last year. So they beat the SEC team in Missouri, and they almost beat Clemson, the best team in the ACC probably. You know, they are a pretty good team, and they are going to Boston College. This will be an away game. Now, I want to give Louisville the benefit of a doubt by giving them this win. I think that Scott Satterfield will lead this team to victory, but we'll see. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Louisville lose this game to Boston College. They are a very well-coached team as well. Like I said, that's an away game, and the next game versus the Virginia Cavaliers is an away game. So the thing about Virginia is, on October the 8th, they face Virginia. They're going to Virginia. Virginia has probably the worst defense in the ACC behind Duke University. They are horrendous at defense. But they do have 3-headed monster at wide receiver. And Kentrell Clark, that corner I told you about that will play on Sunday, he will have his hands full guarding one of those receivers. And those safeties will have to prove themselves against this game. I have them losing this game. I have them losing this game because I think Virginia they match up pretty good with Louisville. Now, the next game, October 22nd, they play Pitt. Everybody know that Pitt won the ACC last year. They won 11 games last year. Of course, they had a first-round quarterback, Kenny Pickett, last year, and they had the best wide receiver in college football last year in Jordan Addison. They transferred to USC, of course. Of course, I have Pitt winning this game. I think Louisville will lose this game. The next game is against Wake Forest. Wake Forest will probably have a top 5 quarterback this year. Wake Forest also won 11 games last year, and they will be returning a lot. They will be returning a nation's best top 20 offense in the whole nation. They have a great offense at Wake Forest. I have Louisville's losing this game. Now, on November the 5th, they face a cupcake in James Madison. I think they would beat the brakes off James Madison. I don't think James Madison have enough talent to beat Louisville. I don't think this game will be close. Please don't lose to James Madison. I hope that Louisville will not lose to James Madison Dukes. Now, this game right here would be a scary game for Louisville Cardinals. They play Clemson. They're not beating Clemson. Clemson will have the best defense, and if not the best defense, the top 3 defense in all of college football. That front 7 is ridiculous. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody on that front 7 go to the NFL whenever they are eligible for the NFL draft. Clemson is athletic, man. They are talented. They are ready. Now, people say Clemson was trash last year. No, he wasn't. They won 10 games last year. They're off a down year. So, they are a great team, Clemson is. So, I have Louisville losing this game. November the 19th, they face North Carolina State. North Carolina State will probably have a top 3 defense in all of ACC, and they will have a good running game and a good quarterback. They're not beating them either. So I have an L for Louisville as well. Next, they face their in-state rival in Kentucky, the Wildcats. I don't think they're beating Kentucky either. Like I said, Will Levis will be the quarterback for Kentucky, and Kentucky do have a pretty good defense. For the past, now if this was 8 to 10 years ago, they would beat Kentucky maybe, but now Kentucky has been a very respectable team in the last 4 years. They have been very good. So as you can see, I got Louisville going 6-6, guys. I really want to know you guys' opinion on this. Let me know what you guys think. I got 6-6. I wouldn't be surprised they lose to Boston College or Florida State. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up beating Virginia. It can go tick for tat for those 3 games I just listed. But I don't think they'll beat Pitt. I don't think they'll beat Wake Forest. I don't think they'll beat Clemson. I don't think they'll beat North Carolina State or Kentucky. So I think, they will go 6-6. Let me know in the comment section, guys. I appreciate you guys listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a terrific Friday. Thank you.